Healthy Scratch Red Wings Report, presented by 5v5hockey.com.
Welcome to the Healthy Scratch Red Wings Report. Today, we start our player profiles from the 2022-2023 season. In this series, we're going to go through every single player on the Red Wings, go through number 1, their statistics throughout the season. Number 2, their advanced stats. Number 3, their contract situation. And number 4, where do they fit on this team going forward? It's time to look at Dominik Kubalik. So this guy was another sneaky underrated signing for Steve Yzerman this past offseason. If you remember, Kubalik, I really was wondering where was he going to fit in on this team, just with the depth that they had. You know, everyone was basically healthy. And I was like, he started on the fourth line in the first game. He was a fourth liner. And with Vrana going out when he was on the team, with, you know, a couple different injuries, he got thrust into this top line role and he ran with it. We know that Dominik Kubalik scored 30 goals as a rookie with the Chicago Blackhawks. That's all we talked about when they signed him to this really, really good deal, is that he has scored in this league before and maybe he just needs the opportunity. And he got the opportunity. So this year he only missed one game. He was a healthy scratch. We'll talk about it. He had 81 games played, 20 goals, 25 assists, 45 points, minus 15. So not too great, but it's plus minus. What are you going to do? 24 penalty minutes. He had 7 power play goals and average ice time, about 15 minutes, shooting percentage, 11%. So straight across the board, pretty good season for Dominik Kubalik. Now, when we look at his advanced statistics, you're probably wondering, okay, if he had a pretty good season, why are these numbers look the way that they do? So 43% wins above replacement. I honestly think that this is because he was bouncing up and down from, you know, top line to the third line to the second line. He played all over the place. So basically he's saying he's like a pretty average player. He's going to give you like average results, but 20 goals to me isn't really average. It's pretty damn good. Now we're looking at even strength offense and even strength defense, pretty similar at 36 and 39%, meaning that he's not really like super effective at 5-on-5. But again, I think factoring in the fact that he started the year on the fourth line, then he was thrust into this top line role, bouncing all over the place. There wasn't really that much consistency. Power play, he was good. And I mean, that's pretty average, 53% on the power play. Obviously having 7 power play goals is very good. Penalty kill, he's not a penalty killer, so not available. Then his finishing, we're at 49%, which is pretty average. You know, that 10-11% shooting percentage is kind of where we're looking at. I think this does factor in like high percentage, medium percentage, and low percentage scoring percent chances. And obviously Kubalik scored 20. That's all we really care about, right? And his contract is very, very good. $2.5 million for another season, and he'll be unrestricted as well. It gives the team a lot of flexibility to have a guy like Kubalik come in, put up 45 points, and maybe have the potential to hit 25 or 30 goals. He's done it before, and we know he can do it. It's just, is he going to be bouncing around the top 9 that much where he's maybe going to have, you know, that ice time going up and down? 15 minutes per night is pretty low when we look at, you know, the top 7 players in points on the Red Wings. He's the lowest of the top 7. And I think it's reflective of where he was. When he got scratched, the one game that he missed, it was when Jacob Vrana came back and played a couple games, and Zadina was healthy too. It was Zadina, Kubalik, and Vrana went into this kind of rotational healthy scratch thing, which is like a really good problem to have, is when you have too many good players. That's something that we haven't had with the Red Wings for a long time now. So it was kind of refreshing, but to see a guy like Kubalik get benched because he was having that kind of up and down season was, I mean, a little shocking to me, but honestly, maybe a little bit of a wake up call for him too, to start shooting the puck a little bit more, be more assertive. And I think going forward this season, you're going to probably see Dominik Kubalik in the same type of role where it's just going to be either top line, second line. He's going to get power play time, but you want to see maybe a little bit more effectiveness 5-on-5. Maybe if there's a little more stability, we'll get a lot more out of him. And if he has a season like he did this year, I wouldn't hesitate bringing him back, you know, when he's unrestricted. I would bring him back for another couple seasons. Maybe he gets a little bit of a pay raise, but I don't think anything too extravagantly higher than $2.5 million. maybe you go 3.5, but it's nothing that's going to break your bank. You stash a guy like this on your third line, now you're talking.